Hi everybody, I thought I'd do another orchid video. This is my newest orchid. Very pretty. I bought it at Lowe's a few weeks ago and it has double spikes. And it had really healthy roots. So I started to keep track of that. And I'm calling it Twin Lavender Peaks. But I'm trying to keep track of what the roots were like. Then I bought this orchid. Not sure if it's showing up. Let me shut this light out and see. It's a very pretty dark purple with white edges and then white around that part of the center. And I saw this particular orchid on Rick's Orchids, and so because of that, it's named after Rick's Orchids, so its name is Rick. And here's one that's dead. You need to take these away sooner. This is all dried up, so look, it dries a pretty purple. Would be good in potpourri. But it's a beautiful orchid. Beautiful orchid. I wasn't going to buy another orchid, and when I saw this one just like Rick's, I had to buy it. Alright, I'm going to pause and take you to some more orchids. Oops, it won't pause. So I'll cover this up while I go over here to get to my other orchids. There we go. And this one I'm calling White Princess, and this is reblooming for me. There's still another little bud, and it's a very pretty orchid. So this orchid is reblooming, and it's beautiful. It has 2, 4, 6. It didn't bloom when it should, but the air conditioning got turned on and it set buds. This little guy I didn't get filmed soon enough, but it rebloomed. I'm trying to get it open. Pretty pale pink in the inside. Very pretty orchid. And check out these roots. Very healthy orchid. And here's White Princess. She has a lot of roots too. And look at what the kitty cat did. I had it in the picture window and she crawled all over them when she was tiny. So, and this one has 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 leaves. It's getting a new one. And the root tips are starting to grow. So that might be why the bloom's gone. Here's another rebloomer due to the air conditioner. This one's a small flower, not very big, and it's getting new leaves at the same time. That one's the newest. This one's really long and big. They're just as long as the older ones, but not as big. And here's what I mean. This had some floppy leaves, so I left a tea bag there. And every time I water, some of that tannic acid comes out. And it's really helped get these leaves firmed up. Now, this is a huge orchid. See how big it is? It had twin spikes. The other spike quit. Look how pretty. This one was planted in moss and I had to repot it, and it's not doing so well. But it has a nice big root right there, and because it wasn't doing so well, I put some moss in with the new bark. Now here's another rebloomer. Pretty pretty. And I didn't name that one yet, but you can see the damage the kitty did to the leaves. This one has a lot of new leaves. Things are crowded. I'm running out of room. I have too many orchids. This is one I just bought. Let me shut this light out. See if it shows up better. It's not showing up that it has a green tinge to it. And never, ever, ever water your orchids with ice cubes. You're gonna kill it. They put this on because some people overwater their orchids, and consequently it dies before the blooms finish. By watering it with ice cubes, you don't overwater it, and the blooms will last, but the plant will probably die. It has a great root system. I don't know whether you can see all those great roots down in there. Whoa, it's ready to... And it also had a good many leaves. Look at these roots. Look at this one coming up. So that's the reason why I bought this one, and I call it Irish Gold, because it's a greenish gold. And here's my orchid I call White Blush, and I know it's sort of like messed up as far as which way the blooms are, but that's another rebloomer. And check out this. Lots of roots, new roots. But once again, the kitten crawled across it. So if you count the leaves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this one's coming out, so there's 2 leaves above it. And here's an old spike that's hanging on to. And you can see the kitty broke this one. I snapped this one off when I was watering. They were so stiff they didn't move, but the kitten sure did get a hold of that one. So I think this is reblooming on an old spike, and there is a new spike coming out of the old. And I think, no, I don't think that one is. Anyhow, I don't cut the old spikes off. If the orchid needs what's in that spike, it'll recycle them. So it's a good sign if your orchid hasn't recycled. Terrible film job here. Here's another white one that's yellow and is reblooming. And that lamp right there doesn't have its shade on because I found out these LED lights are just like grow lights. So I'm going to shut that one off so I can show you one more rebloomer. This one I originally had in water culture, and it lived in that for a while, but it wasn't doing so well. And then I read somewhere that they don't do well a long time later, so their lifetime is shorter in water culture. So I took it out, and I'll show you its roots. It's getting new roots, lots of roots, 2 new leaves. This one's nice and shiny. And then this orchid isn't blooming, but it's getting lots of new root tips. And when I was watering it outside, I forgot about it and it got sunburned. And I'm not sure what's happening to this guy. It's a new orchid, and don't take these off until they fall off, because this is called sinis or something like that. It can recycle mobile nutrients like nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus, and magnesium, but it cannot transfer calcium, and orchids are calcium hogs, but it is getting a new leaf down there, so that's good. And this had twin spikes, so, and this one was deep purple, and it has a really long spike of blooms. They all fell off, and look, I didn't cut it, and now it's getting another bloom spike. So already there's at least 3 more flowers. And I'll just give you a view. This I thought was being watered. It's my calathea, and here it was dry as a bone because I forgot to fill this up. So it's getting a beautiful new leaf, so we'll see what happens. Here's one of my Rex begonias. I love the polka dots. Here's the escargot. This is a tiny one. I love this red one. Got that at the supermarket. Here's another little one I bought at Lowe's. And then this one, it wilts whenever it needs watered. And it's losing a leaf there because I think I let them get too dry. This is from, I believe this one is from this Gandaptus pictus, maybe Silvery Ann. I forget, I can't tell them apart. That one's from Plantarina. This one is from Gabriella Nursery. This is a different one from Gabriella Nursery. There's my Syngonium. It's very pretty, and when it gets more sunlight it gets darker. Here's my unusual Syngonium. It sometimes gets a narrow, almost like horse-shaped to it, or it looks like a little fox's head, but it's not doing so well right now. Here's my, I think this is, no, that's, I'm trying to remember which calathea this is, can't remember its name, from Gabriella Nursery. Gabriella Nursery, my Birkin philodendron. This is my calathea. Dum me, I know they don't like city water, but I use these self-waterers, and I was filling it up with city water instead of rainwater, so that wasn't very smart of me. This is the Obavada. So it's not looking so hot because I didn't use rainwater. And the same with this. This is the rattlesnake calathea. So they were doing great when I was using rainwater, but then I quit, and it looks like they also need a bath. That might be another reason. So anyhow, everyone, look at this. This is that one that's in bud. Has flowers this color. And it's funny, it is getting a new leaf, new roots. I try to cover them up when they come out. Someone from Thailand, I think, told me that good orchid growers get these roots to go down inside and don't let them become air roots. So I don't know. I'll give you another view of these. These are not dead. They're almost ready to be watered. But, see, there's some new ones coming out. All these scratches are from the kitten. So, thank you for watching my video. Please leave a comment and let me know you watched the video. It's been a long time. I think I've been off for 3 months because my channel was messed up. I'm going to shut this light out and see what... Nope, needs the light on. See the difference in the light from the LED? And see, nope, no lampshade. Anyhow, I was gone for 3 months because somehow or other my YouTube channel got hooked up with my other email account that I never used, and so I had to figure out how to get back to the old one. And watch out for a giveaway. As soon as I figure out how much the postage is going to cost, I'm going to have 3 giveaways. One for 100 subscribers, one for 200 subscribers, and one for 300 subscribers. Got too cold to mail them last year and couldn't figure out how to get to this channel this year. So be on the lookout. Hopefully in the next week or so. It's so funny, it's been so long since I've done these videos that I'm like at a loss for words. So anyhow, everyone, thank you so much for coming to my channel. God bless you all, and take care. Love you all from the bottom of my heart. And God bless you, God bless your plants, God bless your family.